Most people believe that giving freely makes them powerful. That generosity is always a virtue. That saying yes makes you loved and respected by the world around you. But I am going to tell you something that society has spent years training you to ignore. Your constant giving is slowly destroying you from the inside out. Every time you hand over your time, your energy, your loyalty, your inner peace to someone who never earned it, you are not being generous. You are bleeding, slowly, quietly. And the worst part? You were conditioned to smile while doing it. The people who drain you the most will call you selfish the moment you stop. That is not love. That is dependency wearing a mask. The truth is, the most powerful thing you can ever protect is yourself. Society teaches you to give endlessly, your attention, your validation, your emotional core, your presence. It calls this kindness and rewards you with temporary approval. It punishes your silence with guilt, and it punishes your boundaries with shame. But Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations that a man who does not own himself cannot truly serve anyone. Epictetus said it even harder. Most of your suffering comes not from what others do to you, but from what you voluntarily surrender to them. The world conditions you to give away the very things that make you who you are. Stoicism calls this what it truly is, weakness disguised as virtue. In this video, I am going to show you the 5 things you must never give to anyone, not even to the people you love, not even when they ask directly, not even when you feel guilty for keeping them. These are not material things. They are entirely internal. And once you understand why protecting them is not selfishness but survival, your entire relationship with yourself and with others will shift permanently. Stay until the end, because number 4 will completely change how you see your own self-worth. Before we go any further, if you have ever felt guilty for simply protecting your own peace, type the words, "I protect my energy" in the comments right now. That single act is the beginning of your boundary. Now let us begin. This channel exists for one reason: to help people who are done being silent, done being drained, and done giving themselves away to those who never deserved them in the first place. If you are tired of walking out of conversations, relationships, and rooms feeling completely empty, you are in exactly the right place. Let us go deep. The most dangerous thing you can give someone is access to your inner calm. Picture this: you wake up in the morning, the world is quiet, your mind is finally clear, and then one message, one call, one comment from that one person completely shatters it all. Listen carefully. You did not lose your peace because of them. You gave it to them. There is a profound and life-changing difference between those two things. Most people spend their entire lives believing their emotional state is simply a reaction to the outside world around them. But the Stoics knew better. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your peace is not a feeling that comes and goes. It is a fortress that you either defend or abandon. Every time you allow someone's chaos, someone's drama, someone's instability to enter your mind unchallenged, you are opening the gates yourself. The practical boundary here is radical and simple. Stop explaining your peace to the people who profit from your chaos. You do not owe anyone access to your stillness. Guard it the way a soldier guards a kingdom. Here's the truth: a person without inner peace has nothing real left to give anyone. Time is the only currency that can never be earned back once it is gone. And yet most people hand it out like it costs absolutely nothing. Think about the last time you sat through a conversation that drained you completely, attended an event you never wanted to attend, or answered a message at midnight out of guilt. Not love, not care, but pure suffocating guilt. Here is the truth: that was not kindness. That was fear wearing the costume of obligation. Epictetus taught that people are disturbed not by things themselves, but by their opinions about those things. Your opinion that saying no makes you a bad person is costing you years, actual years, of your one life. Most people miss this entirely, Time given from obligation is time stolen directly from your purpose. Every hour you spend managing someone else's emotional chaos is 1 hour less building something that genuinely matters. The practical boundary is this: before you say yes to anything, ask one honest question. Am I doing this out of genuine desire or out of fear of judgment? That single question will save you thousands of hours over your lifetime. Time is sacred. Protect it with the same intensity you would protect your own breath. But here's where most people completely destroy their self-respect. They keep giving their time hoping it will one day be appreciated. It never is. Not by the wrong people. Loyalty given to the wrong person is not a virtue. It is a wound you keep reopening with your own hands. We have all been there before. You stayed when you should have left. You defended someone publicly who spoke badly about you behind closed doors. You showed up repeatedly for someone who disappeared completely the moment you needed them. And still, you called it loyalty. Listen carefully, real loyalty is sacred. And like all sacred things, it must be earned, not assumed freely. The Stoics believed deeply in selective virtue, not giving your highest qualities to everyone who walks through your life. Marcus Aurelius himself chose his inner circle with extraordinary care, understanding that a man's character is shaped permanently by the company he keeps. The psychological truth here is sharp. When you give loyalty to people who do not reciprocate it, you are not being strong or noble. You are training them to take you completely for granted. The practical boundary is hard, but absolutely necessary. Withdraw loyalty slowly and silently from those who have never demonstrated it in return. You do not need to announce it loudly. You do not need to explain it to anyone. Simply redirect it toward people and purposes that are truly worthy of who you are becoming. Not everyone deserves to see you bleed. This is not coldness, this is wisdom of the highest order. There is a moment in every relationship where you feel the urge to open completely, to lay down your fears, your failures, your deepest insecurities before another person. And sometimes in the right place, that is beautiful and entirely necessary. But most people have been burned badly by this, because they gave their vulnerability to someone who turned around and used it as ammunition against them later. Here's the truth: vulnerability without trust is not courage. It is exposure. Epictetus warned that the man who reveals everything to the wrong listener has handed his enemy a complete map to every one of his weaknesses. The psychological reality is this: unearned intimacy creates deeply unbalanced power. When you share your wounds too quickly, too freely, with too many people, you invite the world to define you by your lowest moments rather than your highest potential. The practical boundary is firm. Let people earn your depth gradually. Begin at the surface, observe their character carefully over time, and go deeper only with those who have proven they are genuinely safe to hold what you carry. But here's where most people completely destroy their self-respect. They confuse oversharing with authenticity. True authenticity is knowing precisely when to speak and when to remain magnificently, powerfully silent. If this is landing hard right now, drop a fire emoji in the comments. I want to know you are still with me on this. The most devastating thing you can give away is your need for approval from the outside world. Because the moment you hand that to someone else, you have made them your emotional master without signing a single contract. Think honestly about how many decisions you have made. Careers you chose out of fear, relationships you stayed in too long, words you swallowed down to keep someone comfortable, simply because you desperately needed their approval. Here is the truth: that need is a wound, not a personality trait. And every time you seek validation from the outside, you are confirming to your own subconscious that your inner voice is not enough on its own. The Stoics called self-sufficiency the highest form of human freedom available to anyone. Marcus Aurelius governed an empire and still wrote privately about the total emptiness of applause from crowds. If the most powerful man in the Roman world understood that approval is noise, What does that tell you about how you have been living? The practical boundary is this: make one decision every single day without asking anyone's opinion first. Not because you know everything, but because you are building the sacred muscle of self-trust. Here is the identity shift I want you to carry from this video forward into everything you do. You are not a resource. You are not a service. You are not obligated to pour yourself endlessly into people, situations, and systems that do not honor the depth of who you actually are. Stoicism does not teach coldness. It teaches discernment of the highest kind. The wise person is not the one who gives the most. The wise person is the one who knows the worth of what they carry and protects it accordingly. When you stop giving away your peace, your time, your loyalty, your vulnerability, and your validation, you do not become less human. You become more completely whole. Remember these 5 always. Never give away your peace. Never give your time from guilt. Never give loyalty to those who have not earned it. Never expose your vulnerability without trust. And never surrender your self-validation to anyone outside yourself. These 5 protections are not. If this video shifted something real inside you, drop a comment below and tell me which of the 5 hit you the hardest. Like this video so more people can find it when they need it most, and subscribe to the channel for more Stoic wisdom daily. And watch the next videos appearing on your screens. Stay strong. Until next.